Hi everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot, or welcome back if you are returning. For those of you who are new, this is a one card pull. I pull a card, I tell you everything I see, and it can be about anything that comes out. Ooh, you got Five of Swords. So here's what I'm picking up immediately from this. It's like you're finding out a plan. Somebody's been planning something, and it feels like it's being exposed. I feel as though whoever this is, you are putting yourself in a situation to try to help them, or you were like sacrificing something that you, I'm not going to say it's putting you out horribly because I don't feel like it is, but I do feel like whatever you were doing was a burden and you were trying to assist whoever this is that's coming through here. They had a problem that you were trying to help them with. And it seems like you were willing to do so much. Maybe you felt guilty. Maybe you couldn't do it. It seems like something has happened here because I'm seeing that change. I'm seeing that whatever you had signed up for, or you had said like, hey, I can help with this, something happened in your life where you just could not do that anymore. You couldn't do the thing. And you've been feeling pretty bad about it, right? Like you felt like, I made this commitment, I had to renege. I don't know how this person feels. I feel bad. Now you're realizing that it was actually like the universe keeping you from doing whatever this is, because this person, they either like say mean things about you, or they were kind of using you. Like there were other people that could have done this thing, or they could have got this done in a different way, but they didn't make that transparent. It's like they were trying to do what was best for them by making it seem like you're the only person that can help in this situation, but you weren't. You actually are not. It seems like there's multiple avenues of help this person could get. And so if you've been feeling down, or you've been feeling like, oh man, I dropped the ball, that's actually being exposed to you. That it's kind of like this person was either using you or making things out to be one way when in fact they were something else. And it's going to do a few things for you. It's going to give you closure, right? Because now it's like, I don't feel guilty. I don't feel bad. I see this for what it is, right? I'm not the end all here. There's other people that can aid this person, and there's other ways that they can get whatever this is that they need. But it's also going to kind of piss you off. Like if you've been treading lightly, walking on eggshells, I don't see you doing that anymore, because you're starting to kind of understand the name of the game. Like, okay, I get it now. I get that you didn't care about the sacrifices I was making, or you didn't care about the positions that I was putting myself in to try to help you, even though you saw that it was detrimental to myself or what I was working on, because this was the easiest way for you to get what you want, right? This is the way that you can do something at the least possible discomfort to you, regardless of how that affected me, right? And so as you're realizing that, as you're starting to see that, the script is going to flip. You will start feeling more like you were betrayed or you were misled, right? And you were thinking before, it's like, we're a team, we're working together. If you got this, I got that. And now it's like, oh wow, all this time I realized that I was the one making all of the sacrifices and you weren't upholding your end of the bargain, right? And because of that, you may end up making a decision about the situation. For some of you, you decide to put distance between yourself and whoever this is, or you decide to not engage with this altogether, right? Like if this is a work thing, you could be like, you know what? I was going to keep helping with this, but now I'm just going to look for a different job. It seems like there's going to be feelings that come up for you that perhaps you felt in the past. Maybe this is like a repeating pattern where it feels like people don't help themselves, but then expect you to do everything. or people say one thing when in reality it's something else, and they play on like your empathy or your emotions. And it feels like once this situation all comes out, you're going to really move different. Like, you're going to scrutinize people anytime somebody says that they need something, anytime somebody tries to tell you about their problems. You're going to be looking at it like, did you make this problem for yourself? Are there other options for you than what I have to offer? Right? Because it's almost like this person, it's just the tip of the iceberg, right? This is something that I feel like happens to a lot. For some of you, this is even like you going out of your way for someone a lot, and then you find out that they're like speaking badly about you, or they're saying things that they would never say to you in person, right? So maybe you overhear something, maybe someone comes to you and says like, hey, I don't know if you know, but I thought you and so were really close, and this is what they said about you, so I was surprised, right? It's like you're getting more information that's going to completely change the way that you do things in the future. You're not going to be so willing to put yourself in situations that are uncomfortable to you to try to appease others, right? Now, as far as your love life, it looks like there's someone who is coming through here who has a tendency to always have to be in control of situations. They always have to be right. They want to be the one who's like never the problem, right? They have this really like just shitty energy. It's so much like, I just do what I want to do when I want to do it. I don't care how it affects other people. And not only do I not care, but the fact that you think I should care is almost like offensive, right? This person, they're going through karma, okay? It's possible that they are experiencing some sort of loss in their life at this time. It could be that they lost you as a result of this behavior, right? But it's like this person's perspective, they're having to do a 180 because they've treated people so badly that now there's nobody really left to abuse, right? And they're having to take a look at themselves. I don't think they like what they see. I think this is something they've been trying to avoid for a long time, or trying to sugarcoat or make excuses for their behavior. But it's like, you can't lie to yourself. And so it feels as though the universe has literally taken all the people in this person's life and pushed them so far away from this person because they've acted so vile, right? And they've treated people so badly that it's like they can't blame everybody else for why they are where they are. Something is happening to them right now that no matter what their story is, what their narrative is, how they've been a victim or how they've been oppressed, or, how they've been mistreated, none of that holds weight with whatever they're going through. There's literally no excuse. There's no reason. There's nothing that this person can say to explain why their life is the way that it is. But there's also no one to say it to at this time because people don't want to be around them. The universe has literally, it's like the switch flipped, right? And people now see this person for exactly who they are. They're starting to realize how crappy this person has been to everyone around them. And there is no unseeing it, right? So, I mean, it is possible that this person will go on an apology tour before the end of the year, where they're reaching out to people and saying like, hey, I'm really sorry. I've had this grand epiphany that you were never the problem, or that I was a bad person. So I guess you could be on the lookout for that, right? If I were you, I would just be super mindful of people at this time, super mindful of people's motives. It feels like with this card, there's just a lot of people who are doing what's best for them. They're lying by omission. They're not telling the whole truth, telling half truths, right? Making situations appear to be worse than they are so that they have less to do and they can find someone to like come pick up the slack, but they're playing on people's empathy, right? And so your advice with this is to not only scrutinize what you're being told, but if anything seems remotely uncomfortable, like even this person that may be like, hey, I'm really sorry, if forgiving them or telling them you forgive them is not in alignment with where you are energetically, do what's right for you, right? It doesn't really matter if you speak to this person again, is what I'm seeing with these cards. It doesn't matter if you try to fix things with them. It's whatever you want it to be. But like at the end of the day, it's gotta feel right for you, okay? This advice is really talking about putting yourself first, because it feels like you're surrounded by a lot of people who don't really have your best interests in mind at this time. All right, so the question you can meditate on or journal about: how am I a result of the choices I have made? What lessons can I learn from my past choices? Your affirmation is, I am who I choose to become. And that really is kind of the theme of this reading. Like, I'm hoping that whoever this person is that's coming through that screwed people over so bad is not you. I'm not feeling like it's you, but it could very well also be like a warning from spirit of like, hey, is there anything that maybe you're doing that you would like to stop doing before you end up in a situation very similar to whoever this is that came through in the reading. All right, this has been your one card pull. I will speak to you again soon, but in the meantime, you take very good care of yourself. Bye.